So as most of you probably know, over the years here at the channel, I've made numerous videos covering the best exotics in the game, how to get them, why they matter, and which ones I think every agent should have in their inventory. Most recently, I posted one at the beginning of the month, and if you missed that, I will leave a link to it in the video description. Now remember that the term the best can be very subjective. What works for one player may not work for another because it truly depends on your playstyle and how you approach the game. Now with that being said, in today's video we are going to talk about some of the most popular named items in the game, the perfect talents that are attached to them, and more importantly, how to actually farm for these things. Now as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. And if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now there happen to be two must-have items I am not going to go over in this video, and that is the Lexington Assault Rifle and the Turmoil knee pads. Now the only reason I'm not going to reference on how to get them is because as of my recording this video, you cannot farm for those items. They were granted by the game a while back, but I can promise you as soon as I have any new information in regard to how to pick them up, I will bring you a video right away. Now getting into my list of must-have items, we are going to start with the Rock and Roll Shotgun. Now as you can see, this has the Talent Perfectly Extra, which is going to give you 50% magazine capacity, and this is a weapon I use as my secondary, let's say if I'm running with a Striker build or Heartbreaker build, because it helps you get to max stacks much faster. Now as of my recording this video, this is a PvP exclusive, however, you can also get it from named caches. Obviously I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Now the next weapon is easily one of the most requested ones I get here at the channel, and that is the Dark Winter SMG. Now once again, this is a PvP exclusive that can also be found in named caches, and there's a slight chance you can get it if you do a Legacy Manhunt Takeover mission, but the odds are very low. And as you can see, it has the Talent Perfect Killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 90% crit hit damage for 10 seconds. This is my go-to weapon when it comes to a run and gun build. Definitely recommend trying to get this thing, my fellow agents. It is one of the best weapons in the game. Next, my friends, we have the Test Subject Assault Rifle, and thankfully this is in the general loot pool, and when I say that, it simply means it is not locked behind any certain game mode in the game. You can see it has the talent Perfectly in Sync. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds as well, and damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. Now you will also find this talent on the Harmony Rifle, but this happens to be a weapon that is exclusive to PvP or named caches. At the very end of the video, I will talk about farming and answer a few questions that I know many of you have. And for the record, this is my go-to rifle for a skill build. Absolutely love this thing. Once again, definitely recommend trying to pick it up. Now at this point, we're going to skip ahead to the body armor. These are two pieces of gear I cannot live without. First of all, we have the Chain Killer with its Talent Perfect Headhunter. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 150% of that killing blow's damage. Absolutely love this thing for one-tap builds. Right below that, we have the Zero F's body armor with its Talent Perfectly Unbreakable. When your armor is depleted, you repair 100% of your armor. The cooldown is 55 seconds, and both of these items are in the general loot pool, which means, once again, it is not locked behind any certain game mode. Now moving on to the holsters, we're going to start with Bakaro's holster. This is in the general loot pool, not locked behind any certain game mode, and the reason this is so effective is because when you have two pieces of Brazos equipped, this holster is going to give you all 3 core attributes, and for the record, that 10% weapon damage is the max, but like I said, 2 pieces are equipped, you get that weapon damage, you get that armor, and you get a skill tier. Next, we have the Emperor's Guard knee pads. These are a PvP exclusive that can also be found in named caches. And as you can see, they have that middle attribute, 1% armor regen. Next, we have the Fox's Prayer knee pads. These are some of the best in the game because of that middle attribute, 8% damage to targets out of cover. You can use this in so many different builds. And that holds true for the Contractor's gloves as well because of that middle attribute, 8% damage to armor. And both Fox's Prayer and the Contractor's gloves are in the general loot pool, so you should be able to farm for them pretty damn quick. Last but not least, my fellow agents, we're going to go over the final category in this video, and those are backpacks, starting with the Anarchist Cookbook. This is in the general loot pool. It has the Talent Perfectly Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 27 seconds. Right below that, we have the Backbone Backpack. This is also in the general loot pool. It has the Talent Perfectly Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy increases weapon damage by 7% for 15 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. Next, we have the Force Multiplier. Again, general loot pool. Shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds. That should be running pretty damn non-stop when you are using that backpack. Right below that, we have the Matador. Now this is one of those PvP/named item exclusives, and this has the Talent Perfect Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. And this happens to be one of my favorite backpacks, especially with a run and gun build. You combine this with a Dark Winter. Again, it's just totally lights out. Absolutely love that combination. Last but not least today, we have the Gift Backpack. This is also a PvP exclusive. You can also get it from name caches as well. And as you can see, it has the Talent Perfect Vigilance. Increases total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 3 seconds. And once again, to be clear, my fellow agents, this is a list of some of my favorite named items in the game. If you have a few I did not mention, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Now with that being said, let's talk about farming. Now, as most of you may know by now, and if you don't, now you do, the best way to farm for named items in the game without a doubt is by playing Countdown. The reason for that is because when you get to the very end, you are going to face the hunters, and as you can see on screen, they drop named items left and right. The other benefit about Countdown is the fact that even if you do not get what you're looking for, you earn Countdown resources. With those, you go to the Countdown vendor, and that is where you can buy those named caches I was talking about, and they can have those PvP exclusive items in there as well. Now, the last reminder I want to pass along, and again, this is for new and returning players. If you happen to be farming for a certain named item, you want to farm the actual brand set, not the item type. So let's say if you're trying to get the Chain Killer, you want to pick Walker and Harris. If you're trying to get the Fox's Prayer knee pads, you want to choose Overlord. Hope this helped you out, my friends. And as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. The other thing I'd like to mention really quick is in regard to the Countdown vendor, when you go there on a weekly basis, they are going to have certain named items for sale. Sometimes it can be some of those PvP exclusives. You will see here in a moment that the week I am recording this video, the Hollow Man mask is for sale. That's another very popular item in the game, and that is also a PvP exclusive. So if you want to get it, now's the time to pick it up. That's all I got for this video, my friends. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Hello once again, my fellow agents. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. 2 more things in regard to the perfect talents in this game. First of all, they're only going to be attached to certain items or weapons, right? That's it. So do not try to, let's say, for instance, get a random backpack with perfect adrenaline rush. That's only going to drop in the Matador. The other thing is that you cannot pull perfect talents from an item into your library. Once again, do me a favor, let me know in the comments section, what are some of your must-have named items in the game? What talents do you love? What talents do you want to see in other items or weapons? Let me know in the comment section, my friends. That's all I got for this one. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next.